Dino Thunder is back. Or is it? Hey guys, this is Tom Boggs, and Thunder Dragon Colossus is off the ban list in TCG. I'm going to bring back an old favorite from 6 years ago, Dino Thunder. Now, of all the toss decks that are released right now, Thunder Dragon is still the one that's completely shackled and completely devastated by the ban list. Black and white dragons at 1. There's only one miscellaneous. There's only one gold Sark, and of course there's only one Colossus. That means maybe this deck can't grind it out in the modern day game. But maybe the dinosaurs can. Well, I've been spending time cooking up combos, and I'll let the combos speak for themselves, whether or not they're worth playing, whether or not it's going to hit the meta, or is it a rogue deck that's just there to terrorize your own locals. I'll let you be the judge of that. Look, the ban list just dropped, and I'm cooking up more combos than I'm cooking up food. And thanks to Factor, I am doing more. Factor's got my meal taken care of. And luckily, I don't have to settle in for some greasy food. This is wellness meets convenience. Factor can take the stress out of meal planning. No prep, no mess, just meals in minutes. And you know exactly what you're gonna eat, because Factor, they can fit any lifestyle, whether you be keto, low-cal, vegetarian, vegan. They got something for probably you as well. In Factor, they're able to deliver nutritious fast food. Look, you don't have to settle for some greasy food here. Factor's chef-prepared meals got you covered. You don't have to compromise yourself for eating unhealthy just for the sake of speed. And for you gamers out there, I know you don't want to miss any of the action. You never want to leave your screen. Well, Factor's got you covered if you want to go for a quick snack, quick bite, a smoothie, heat and eat. This is something for you. No need to prep, no need to cook. Just heat it up and go. And whenever the ban list drops, it's basically crunch time here in the office, so Factor definitely makes things a lot easier. Get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month's orders using my link. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so starting with the main deck, we're going to start with the soul-eating Ovi Raptor. This deck is eating my soul because I wish it had more to offer. So if you guys have ways to improve the deck into the modern day and age, leave it down in the comment section, because I want to make this deck the deck that I play at locals to terrorize the people there. However, in any case, Soul Eating Ovi Raptor, it's your foolish, it's also your add 1. Typically add Misk if you need it, if you don't have it, or add a baby if you already have Misk. Is it a 1-card combo? I don't think it is. It by itself, maybe you'll end on like an SP. Maybe? I don't know. Because losing Linkuriboh also hurt this deck, because it was Linkuriboh, Secure Guard, and I tossed that into the graveyard and make your play. But that's not an option anymore, and we don't have a Link 1 Cybers or a Cybers monster, so that makes it a lot more difficult. So we're using Relinquish Anima. Then we have, of course, our one miscellaneous source. It will win you the game. If you're going second and you see a Misk and you have Baby, you can pretty much just count your opponent out because they're already dead. Next we have the triple baby Pterosaurus and one petite Pteranodon. Pteranodon is there to just help you pivot into the higher levels, because we do play the ground Xeno package as well as the Pankratops. Then we have one Anemotor and Archosaur. We only play one in this instance because we have the alternative card to also search it out. I might be switching it back to 2 depending. One Giant Rex because it's the one that summons out from Banish, and it really works well with the pill. This is the ground Xeno Meteorus, and the Frostosaurus. So these two go hand in hand. They make the Evos or Lars, and that's the Omni Negate, and it's not once per turn. I don't even think it's once per chain. You can't even target the card. It's really, really good. So yeah, this is your combo to get it. Now note that if you do use the ground Xeno effect to summon out Frostosaurus from the deck or hand, you are locked into Dinosaurs, Dragons, and Sea Serpents. And you can even go into Worms. But here's the thing that you can't go into. You can't go into Thunders. So this should be your last item. And this is one monster that can destroy some of the babies in hand. So just remember, if you don't open any Thunder Dragon monsters, play it as strictly a dinosaur deck. It'll work out just fine. As for bosses, we have one Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. We have one copy of Pankratops, just in case you pop the Petite Pteranodon, or you need to use a pill and you already burned the Overtex Qualis, or you can double up on one of these names, or you can get rid of a name and put another Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, because Tyranno is one of the best boss monsters in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now as for the Thunder Dragon package, we have 3 Thunder Dragon Roar, because this is the one that summons them from the deck, and we can start applying, modern day Link package. We've had about, 6 years of a time for this deck to come back, and here it is. We're gonna definitely try to maximize it and try to play with some links and generating bodies. And then we have ourselves the 2 Thunder Dragon Dark. This is a very small Thunder Dragon package. I'm not activating regular Thunder Dragons into hand traps because you're a dinosaur deck. You're only playing a set of like Veilers. I'm not playing Ash because I still don't want to get heated by my opponent by going to spell cards. We have Lost World to mess with our opponent's imperms, but not just the imperm, but it also allows you to open with the Ovi Raptor plus this card to get your full combo to go through your dinosaur line anyway. You still have to kind of open the Thunder Dragon package. Triple Fossil Dig, self-explanatory. It's your generic dinosaur search. We have double of the Evolution Pill. Okay, no pun intended, but yeah, 2 copies of it. Searchable through Quatless, searchable through the Animador and Archosaur. And then we have triple Ground Xeno. Ground Xeno plus a baby is probably one of your best opening, considering it puts up an Oviraptor without you committing to a normal summon, which means you can add a card that you can normal summon and just push through from there. And for my final 3 spell cards, 1 Foolish Burial. For Miscellaneousaurus, for Thunder Dragon cards, because if you put a Thunder Dragon card in the graveyard, you can play the pill and they're still going to get banished and you're still going to get the effect. And speaking of which, we also have Gold Sarcophagus, Banishing Giant Rex, or Thunder Dragon cards, because your Thunder Dragons will trigger if it's a Thunder Dragon Roar, you summon out a monster from the deck. So essentially, these are kind of functioning much like E-Tellies. And sometimes you can just put a Misc Grave so that you can get the additional body. And finally, 1 Call by the Grave, because it's Call by the Grave. And for, well, the trap cards, we just have triple Infinite Impermanence. Okay, so this is the extra deck that's like really, really tight. Starting off with some of the extra deck, we have Evils or Lars. You should be playing this card. Your Omni Negate, also Dalka, one of your advantages as a Dino player. Number monsters, in case we get shifted, we have Baguska, and then we also have Daguerreus, so you can help extend. And maybe you want to double the attack and punch over everything with UCD. Remember, at its heart, this is still a Dino deck at heart, so you should have most of the Dino toolbox. Luckily, this is a deck that does offer us space to play Dweller. If you need to do Dweller your opponent, especially against Fire Kings, that's fine. Now into the Link monsters. We lost 2 cards, and we have to replace it with a Relinquished Anima, but we don't really need to go into Secure Gardener because we got Thunder Dragons to kind of replace that. Ideally, if it doesn't work out, just make a Dino board. We have also Pentastag, so they can pierce through everything in the case that we can find an OTK. So in other words, you should always summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno in your 2 zones that can be pointed down towards. And then we have Ripperdochus. This could be Ripperdochus, there could be something else, but it's mainly because if you ever get locked by Xenometeorus, you can summon Sea Serpents, Dragons, Dinosaurs, and I think Worms. So those are the only options you have in those cases. And if you want to put a monster into the grave to use the pill, then Ripperdochus might be, that's my option right now. I play 1 Nightmare Unicorn, so I can climb into Access Code for maximum damage. I play SP Little Knight and Cross Sheep. These are probably 2 of the more important ones because Cross Sheep plus Thunder Dragon kind of is like an auto go-to. And we play 1 Appaloosa and 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. And finally, of course, we have the Thunder Dragon Colossus. So we're jumping back to basics with the first combo with just Oviraptor and a baby Ceratosaurus. The reason why this matters, we don't have Linkuriboh, nor do we have Secure Gardener, so how do we activate the pill to get the big dinos onto the field? So essentially, even if you don't have it, you can still end on a decent board nowadays, and even without the Thunder package. Start off with the Oviraptor summon, assuming that we can get to our copy of Miscellaneous. We can activate the Miscellaneousaurus. Now we're immune. We're going to activate Miscellaneousaurus. We're going to summon out the Archosaur. Archosaur is going to destroy the baby. Baby is going to summon out Petit Pteranodon. So if you want to still end on something, this is probably your best bet. Of course, I also get the pill thanks to the Animador and Archosaur. So this is the current end state, right? So what can you actually do here? We're going to activate the Oviraptor. We're going to swap out the Petit Pteranodon for the baby Ceratosaurus. Petit Pteranodon is going to activate. We're going to summon something that's level 4 or higher. You can summon out the Xeno, which I think this is my preference. I would summon out the Xeno anyway. And so we have the Animador and Archosaur. We can go into a Link 1 now, okay? We can go into a Link 1. This is the part that matters. You should turn this into a Link 1 first, which is the Relinquished Anima. With the Relinquished Anima already put on board, you can activate Xeno Meteorus and destroy the baby Ceratosaurus. Okay, this is gonna summon out your Frostosaurus from your deck, but also trigger the baby, and the baby can summon out your Giant Rex. Then you can just easily just overlay the two, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna put this into the grave, and then we can summon out Riptodocus, because this is still a dinosaur currently, because we are dinosaur locked. Well, we're Dinosaur Dragon and Worm and Sea Serpent locked, so the big lizardy scaly ones. And so now that we've gotten to Riptodocus, we've placed into our graveyard the Relinquish Anima, which allows us to play the Double Evolution Pill. And this is still all under Mist. They're all dinosaurs, Double Evolution Pill. We're going to banish the Relinquish Anima plus the Giant Rex, and that's going to enable our big summon of Ultimate Conductor Daddy. And that's going to also trigger the Giant Rex, summoning it back. And we can overlay these two into Dalka. So this is a shortened play, right? Because we aren't going into a scrap package, and we can overlay these two into Lars, providing you with 4 negates right here, a disruption here. You can destroy the Riptodocus. That's why we chose to go with the dinosaur. I guess it doesn't really matter what this is. So this is typically an ugly hand that you might see. Thunder Dragon Roar alone does not amount to much unless you can find a way to banish it. And then there's also the Oviraptor. Again, alone doesn't really do much in the early game. Late game, it searches for all the other big bosses, so it's still very useful. You can play these two alone and you'll still amount to a decent board. However, if you have an extender like Foolish Burial, there's 2 ways to play it. You can start with a Foolish Burial and then dig your way up. Say you normal summon out the Soul Eating Oviraptor and it does not get negated, then you can use this to search for the baby, and you can use Foolish to dump the Misk. If it does get negated, then you can use Foolish Burial for the Misk anyway. So let's just say, let's go for the negated line first, since you need to learn how to play bad hands first. So normal summon out the Soul Eating Oviraptor, and blah 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 gets negated. Okay, so it gets negated on the spot. We can activate Foolish Burial, and that's why we toss in the Miscellaneous. Anyway, activate the Miscellaneous, and Miscellaneous is going to summon out the Archosaur. Archosaur has to destroy another dinosaur except for an Archosaur, so you're going to destroy the Soul Eating Oviraptor, destroying it and allowing us to add to our hand a Double Evolution Pill. If you want to maintain a level 4 dinosaur in the graveyard, then you would link this off right away into Relinquish Anima anyway, just so that you can toss this as your dinosaur for the Double Evolution Pill. So we're going to just have good practice here. We're going to do it anyway. And we're going to toss that in, and we're going to make our Relinquish Anima onto the field. From here, we're going to activate the Double Evolution Pill, banishing the Animador and Archosaur and our Thunder Dragon Roar to summon out Quatless. The reason why I prefer Quatless in this particular bad situation is so that Thunder Dragon Colossus can shut down your opponent and it won't lose to a single copy of Imperm. And when Quatless eventually just destroys itself, what's likely going to happen, you can add another Double Evolution Pill so you can summon out UCT as a follow-up against your opponent. So always keep them on their toes. And from here, with that, Thunder Dragon Roar is going to activate, summoning out Thunder Dragon Dark. Thunder Dragon Dark. Now, because you don't have any true follow-up, there's no point going to Cross Sheet. If you get Cross Sheet, maybe you just generate an extra body, but you're just going to link it away into SP anyway, so you might as well just go directly into SP, just to save yourself a little bit of trouble. But in this case, let's just continue on. We're just going to go straight into SP, because there's no point using the Cross Sheet now, as it's just going to get wasted as additional material. So we're going to go into SP Little Knight. With SP Little Knight, that's on board. We're going to activate the Thunder Dragon Dark, and that's going to give us Thunder Dragon Hawk. Activate Hawk effect, get Thunder Dragon Roar. Roar is now going to be tributed, and now we have our Thunder Dragon Colossus also on the field. And that is your bad hand play. I mean, technically, you got your best card hit, and this is one of the pivot variations. So let's change it up a little bit. So in the case where the Oviraptor does successfully resolve, and these are odd hands, okay? I'm using Foolish Burial as like the extender. You can have this as any other dinosaur, which also helps a lot, okay? So then we'll get into the good stuff. After this one, we'll go into the bread and butter combo, the combo full size, extra super size side of fries. So we start off with the normal summon Oviraptor. It is successful this time, but rather than adding the Miscellaneous, which is like a super big threat, we're adding a baby, and then we'll Foolish Burial into the graveyard, the Miscellaneous. So that's kind of how we're gonna play this one. You can end on a pretty decent board overall. I mean, it does cost you a couple of cards, but here we go. Activate the Miscellaneousaurs. We're going to summon out the Animador and Archosaur. This time around, we're going to destroy the Baby Ceratosaurus, adding to our hand a double evolution pill. From there, we have a mandatory trigger, which is the Baby Ceratosaurus. We're going to summon out Petit Pteranodon because I just like the versatility of Petit Pteranodon. And we're going to activate the Soul-Eating Oviraptor, targeting the Petit Pteranodon, and then resummoning out our Baby Ceratosaurus in defense mode. Baby Pteranodon is going to activate, and we're going to summon out our Giant Rex. You could just go into Xenosaur and just, kind of push your way through. I'm just going to play it slightly differently. So in this interaction here, we have a bunch of stuff here. I am going to link away these two. I'm going to go immediately into Cross Sheep because I can and I should. And we're going to go into Cross Sheep. Zone does matter. Let's hope I didn't mess up my zoning here because I just lost both zones. I don't want to put it over here because it's like white. So in any case, we're going to activate the double evolution pill. We're going to be banishing the Thunder Dragon Roar in hand and our Giant Rex. This is going to allow us to summon out a Quatless, which is cool. From here, we're going to activate the Roar, Chainlink 1, Giant Rex, Chainlink 2, Giant Rex will summon out over here. Thunder Dragon Dark is going to summon over here. I don't think it really makes too much of a difference because we still have to link away the baby anyway. We're going to overlay these two at the moment. And we're just going to overlay them into Dolka, just straight up. Because there's no more value from those cards anyway. And we can proceed to link summon with these two. Just link into any generic 2. You just need to get rid of the body, essentially. You're summoning back one of your little ones. So for now, let's just go into Reprodocus. And through the effect of Thunder Dragon Dark, we're going to get ourselves a Thunder Dragon Hawk effect, get back the Thunder Dragon Roar contact fuse, and we're going to fuse right into a Thunder Dragon Colossus. Cross Sheep now effect activates because a fusion has been summoned, so we're just getting this particular effect. We get to summon back one of our level 4 or lower. If you want it to be a little bit more synergistic, go for the Petit Pteranodon because we main deck a Pancratops in the deck. And then we can take these two. You have a choice. You want more Monster Negate or you want SP Little Knight. And that's completely up to you because you can go for an Appaloosa right here. And this is, I guess it's one way to get to a final board. This one's okay. It's not like the best board, but I mean, you still have 2 Monster Negate, a Spell Trap Negate. You have a follow-up from this particular destruction, which allows you to go into Pancratops, which gives you another destruction. You have 2 more Monster Negates here, so that's 4 Monster Negates total, 2 of which can be double chain, and you have a Spell Trap Negate. But if they have played multiple Spell Trap Negation, I'm not sure how great you're going to fare, so sometimes it might just be better to go into the SP. Otherwise, instead, you can also do something a little bit different, which is because instead of using the Reprodocus, if you have space in your extra deck, you can play an IP Masquerena in there, and then you have the timing to choose when you want to go into it. But I don't have space for IP at the moment, so okay. So we have Ground Xeno lines as well. Ground Xeno plus a baby is always like one of the best plays, even without the dinosaur. This is just a supplemental engine that you can play. So here we go. Starting off with Ground Xeno. I know you can just completely cut the Thunder Dragon package just for Nemesis. It's possible, and you can play the scraps instead to keep it more consistent with dinosaurs, but we're not doing that. That's not Dino Thunder for me. That's just Nemesis using a Thunder Dragon Colossus package. So Ground Xeno effect, we're going to use that to pull out our Xeno Meteorus, and we get to destroy a card in our hand. This is going to be the Baby Ceratosaurus, and this is going to cause Chainlink 1 Baby Ceratosaurus, Chainlink 2 the Xeno Meteorus. We're going to summon both of these, and this is going to summon out our Oviraptor. Oviraptor effect, we're going to use that to grab a baby. That's right. Or you can grab a Misk if you want to play it like that. I'm not too big of a fan of that, so I'm just going to grab a baby instead. That's why we need more than one Misk, Konami. I'm just saying. In any case, you can normal summon out this because you have a normal summon already. You can go, the little baby swap play. So we swap the baby. Baby effect is going to trigger. Baby effect triggers, and that's going to allow us to get to Animador and Archosaur. Animador and Archosaur is now going to destroy the baby, and that's going to give us the double evolution pill. All right, it's a big pill to swallow. The Baby Ceratosaurus now activates, giving us the opportunity to summon out Dolka. And this one plays pretty hard into nib. I mean, even if they want to nib you here, you still have technically a follow-up play right here. Decent, but definitely not the best play, I would say. It's good enough for you to end on still Thunder Dragon plus SP and the extra monster, which is, considering that you ate a nib, it's not bad. But for any case here, we are going to need to put the Giant Rex into the grave. Is it really necessary to put it in the grave? I don't really think so. So we're just going to play it as is. We're going to overlay, play it safe, right? Activate double evolution pill. And we're going to banish this and a baby. Right, this is for the extra deck. Something back. Say Qualis. Alright. Effect the Thunder Dragon Roar. Summoning out Thunder Dragon Dark. With that, we can now proceed to link these two off into a cross sheep. No, not your cross sheep. From here, Dark's effect will add the Thunder Dragon Hawk. Activate Thunder Dragon Hawk, get back to Thunder Dragon Roar. We're gonna tag this one into our alt. Here's the card. Colossus, effect of cross sheep. We're gonna summon back the baby. We're out of space, by the way. There's no way you can actually get this one to kind of not do baby things. But from here, we're going to activate the Meteorus. We're going to destroy this. And that's going to summon off Frostosaurus. Baby will activate in a new chain regardless. And we can overlay these two into Lars. So at the end of the day, we still have a crap ton of negates. Now, if you want to push this even further, you can just go ahead and link these two off and just make yourself an SP Little Knight, just so you have more disruption. I'm not sure if it's really worth it. And this is a crazy all gas hand. Yeah, it seems like it's a lot of cards. And yeah, sometimes your opponent's gonna sack you. So what does a sack hand look like, right? And here we go. So we attempt to activate like the Xeno. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna normal summon out this. We're gonna activate the effect. If they chain anything, you just chain miss. Okay, they get screwed either way. So we can get the baby Ceratosaurus. And from here, we can just activate Ground Xeno, which is, it's pretty safe. They can Ash this. Even if they Ash this, you don't care because you already know you have the full combo from the early bad board plays. You know this is already full combo, and worse yet, this time they actually have no way of disrupting any of your dinosaur plays. So you're trying to maintain as many dinosaurs as possible while you make this play. But let's just say it didn't go through. They ashed it. Oh no, why would they do that? They would never ash this card, to be honest, because you have Misk in the grave. So in any case, Ground Xeno, boom, this comes out. You get Meteorus into your hand, you destroy this. This gets summoned out. This gets Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. They can't really stop that with an Ash either way. So you're trying to force it so that Ash does not work. That's kind of the whole point. And so we do this. So this gets summoned out. Activate the effect of Ovi Raptor. We're going to destroy the baby Ceratosaurus. Summon out the other baby Ceratosaurus. And there's really no point waiting for an Ash because there's just no timing for the Ash. So that baby Ceratosaurus is now going to trigger. You can get yourself a Giant Rex right away. Do you even care at this point of what's on the board? Nope, you're just going to make a Dolka right away. Okay, now Ash is completely useless. Congratulations, you waited too long. And so now we can activate the Misk and Grave, and they can't Ash it anymore. So in any case, we're just going to use this. Grab Animador and Archosaur. Archosaur effect, we're going to pop the baby because there's just so much free real estate here, and this gives us the double evolution pill. And we're not even using the best Thunder Dragon to generate a body, but Dark essentially just does the same thing, and it helps me with space management. And the new baby gets destroyed. Baby is now going to destroy into a petite Pteranodon. We can just play the double evolution pill here because we're not summoning an additional card, which actually makes this one okay. If you are summoning an additional card, you're going to have to link away one of these. And typically you're going to link this into that so you can make some space. In any case, just play the double evolution pill here. Banish one of the babies and the Thunder Dragon Dark. And I keep looking at the extra deck, and that's going to summon out our Wallace. Or you can, it really does not matter. I think you go for UCT in this case because you have like enough babies to play. And from here, Thunder Dragon Dark is going to activate. That's going to give us Thunder Dragon Hawk. We need to make space now. And to make space, we're just gonna link this one into a link 1. And that's why we play link 1s. And we put out our relinquish anima. Space made. Alright, not too bad. And so we're gonna activate the Meteorus. We're gonna destroy the Petite Pteranodon. And this is going to summon out our Frostosaurus. No, let's not do that. So now, before we lock ourselves out, we're gonna activate Thunder Dragon Hawk. We're gonna summon back the Dark that we put away. We're gonna link these two. I am going to convert that into this. No. I'm gonna Thunder Dragon Hawk. Take the Petite Pteranodon, put that back into the graveyard with these. Go into Cross Sheep. Now we can turn this into Thunder Dragon Colossus, and the effect of Cross Sheep, summoning back the Petite Pteranodon. And now you can go Meteorus effect, destroy this, and summon out this. Petite Pteranodon is going to activate, doesn't really do anything. Now you can overlay these two, and voila, we're still cooking with Lars. The board's still the same. You're still ending on this. What are they going to do? Like, these are those unbreakable boards where we're looking at Dark Ruler, we're looking at Droplet, and even if you want to Droplet this board, you have to Droplet 1, 2, 3, possibly. Maybe you leave this one behind. Well, if you need to search, this is like a must Droplet. This is, or just Dark Ruler the board. Just Dark Ruler the board. And that's all I got for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the link from our sponsors, FACTOR75. Thank you. And if you guys have noticed, I actually went to sleep and came back and finished the video. Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted. There's just so much to explore. I'm going to continue exploring with Thunder Dragon just because it's such a fun thing, but I'm wondering if it's just a hype niche thing. There's so many different things to explore. Like on this table right here, these are the, like, there's so many different things I tried out. I tried out the Kaitoptera, I tried out Nightmare Phoenix, I tried out IP. What else did I try? I tried out Infernal Flame Banshee, tried out the scrap package. I've been testing everything non-stop. I'm just trying to give you a build, but this is the build I really want to kind of stick to it as Thunder Dragon. So here we are. Thank you guys for watching. I got more videos coming up, so don't go away. Hit that like, hit subscribe, ding that notification bell, and I will see you all in the next one.